Social Security is making important updates, and also take a look at this. Social Security backed off cuts to phone services amid outcries. So the people have spoken, and Social Security has listened to not cut off phone services. So this is good news. I'm going to let you know the details on that in case you were looking to call up. Also, Social Security Administration updates information on new anti-fraud measures for benefit claims, but it could get in the way of actual Social Security recipients. I'm going to let you know the details of that, and we're hearing the latest from Congress.
40% of people calling to get their Social Security, quote, are committing fraud. 40%.
I'll play that full video clip from Chuck Schumer and give you some other important updates as well. Before I dive into the main content, if you appreciate the Social Security updates, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Social Security updates. So Social Security backs off cutting phone services amid outcry. So a lot of people have spoken out about the phones being cut because this is the only way for seniors to reach out to Social Security. A lot of seniors may not be able to physically go to a center, especially since a lot would be broken down. It could be an hour, 2 hours away, and they just can't do it. So that's why phones are so important. So what it says here is the changes would have strained an already backlogged agency and possibly even kept eligible Americans from receiving benefits. So after weeks of confusion and outcry, the Social Security Administration is backing off its announced drastic cuts to phone services, saying telephone remains a viable option to the public, the agency said in a statement, saying the changes were slated to begin in less than a week. Instead, the agency said in an email that beginning on April 14th, the SSA will allow all claim types to be completed over the phone, saying this includes retirement, survivors, auxiliary, spouse or child benefits that SSA previously announced would require in-person identity proofing in addition to Social Security, disability, so SSDI, Medicare, and SSI. Direct deposit change, however, can't be done over the phone, an agency official said in the background. So individuals who do not or cannot use the agency's online My Social Security Services portal to change their direct deposit information for any benefit will need to visit Social Security office to process the change or can call this 1-800 number to schedule an in-person appointment. And because of the anti-fraud team implemented new technological capabilities so quickly, the SSA now perform anti-fraud check on all claims filed over the phone, according to a White House official. And those who are flagged would be required to perform an in-person ID proofing for the claim to be further processed. So looks like if you were worried about not being able to call, looks like you can call, but wait times could still be hours, if not days long. Still haven't solved that problem yet. When it comes to this, Social Security Administration updates information on new anti-fraud measures for benefit claims. Before I get into this, let's take a listen to what Chuck Schumer recently said about Social Security.
On Social Security, a few days ago, Vice President J.D. Vance claimed that 40% of people calling to get their Social Security, quote, are committing fraud. 40%. First, it was Elon Musk calling Social Security a Ponzi scheme. Then Donald Trump spent 10 minutes in his congressional address talking about checks to 150-year-olds, which we all know is a lie. And now the Vice President has picked up the axe and is coming for Social Security too. We need to be very clear. What the Vice President said was malicious disinformation. His statement is factually incorrect. In the words of the Washington Post, it is, quote, absurdity on its face, the kind of twisted logic that turns up at the end of a long game of telephone tag, unquote. Well, we all know what game they're playing. Donald Trump and his inner circle are howling about fraud with the hopes of discrediting Social Security entirely. Never mind there's no rampant fraud within Social Security. They just want to cut people's benefits. Never mind that it's popular, overwhelmingly popular with Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives, rural people, suburban people, urban people. Why are they doing this then? Why are they going after something that has been as sacred as Social Security since Franklin Roosevelt put the program together? Why? Simple. So they can cut taxes for the rich. This is a heist. If J.D. Vance had any intellectual honesty, he would acknowledge he was wrong when he said 40% of the people who are calling are actually committing fraud. But I'm not holding my breath. I yield the floor and note the absence of a quorum.
The clerk will call the...
What are your thoughts on what Chuck Schumer had to say? So, seems to be a very similar thing that Democrats keep saying, same thing Republicans keep saying, just in a different way. But let me know your thoughts on that. All right, let's get into this article. Social Security Administration provided more information on new identity proofing policies to set into effect on Monday. So just in a few days. The agency will now continue to allow more types of beneficiary applicants to apply by telephone. However, those who are flagged will be required to visit an agency office in person. So pretty much what I was saying before, SSA is implementing new anti-fraud procedures, including stricter identity verification as the agency faces website outages and long wait times on its 800 number. Social Security experts and advocates have raised concerns that the new policies may make accessing benefits more difficult for vulnerable populations. So it looks like we have a challenge here. We want, Social Security recipients to be able to access their information, change their information for benefits, but yet if it's too easy, people who are doing fraud could also do the same thing. So it looks like it's a tricky balance here. Agency estimates that about 70,000 claimants may be flagged out of the 4.5 million telephone claims per year. Benefit applicants who are not flagged will be able to complete their claims completely over the phone, saying telephone remains a viable option to the public. So if you want to make any Social Security changes, look like at the moment you still can do it. In a few days, April 14th was supposed to be the time when they would close it, but looks like it is not closing. So good news for those who want to change things over the phone. And that is all the news that I have for today to hopefully cheer you up a bit. Here's my daughter Belle's tip of the day.
Oh, hi guys, I didn't see you there. Guys, can I tell you tip of the day because I'm still in South Carolina. I know it looks like in a different place, but let's get over it. Can I tell you the thing that you should really, really actually do when someone's hurt or you're hurt? You should really do something really good and help them out because they're hurt. You can't let a person hurt. Stay there. I know you guys would do such a great thing, even better than that. Help them up or something. I bet you can too. So that's all the advice that I wanted to give to you today. And also this is my sister Kalea. Say hi. Hi. Bye.
If you haven't received your $1,400 stimulus check and you want to know more information about the $5,000 Doge dividend check, you're going to want to click this video over here, and I'll see you in that video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.